Good day. We are Group 8 and we're going to discuss our case study on Case 6-5 under Linear Programming Chapter 6 of the book. The case reads as follows. The Springfield School Board has made a decision to close one of its middle schools, 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, at the end of the school year and reassign all of next year's middle school students to the three remaining middle schools. The school district provides busing for all middle school students who must travel more than approximately a mile, so the school board wants to plan for reassigning these students, but will minimize the total busing cost. Basically, the problem is to reassign the students to the three schools. Now, the annual cost per student for busing from each of the six residential areas of the city to each of the schools is shown in the following table, along with other basic data for the next year, where 0 indicates that busing is not needed and a dash indicates an infeasible assignment. The table also shows the percentage of each area's middle school population for the next year that falls into each of the three grades. The school board has also imposed a restriction that each grade must constitute between 30 and 36% of each school's population. Now, the school attendance zone boundaries can be drawn so as to split any given area among more than one school, but we will assume that the percentages shown in the table will continue to hold for any partial assignment of an area to the school. Now, in this situation, we've been hired as a management science consultant to assist the school board in determining how many students in each area should be assigned to each school.
Hello, this is Vinci speaking in CRUZ VINCHELO. So in this problem, a table provides data about the annual costs per student for busing from each residential area to each of the schools. So currently, 0 indicates that busing is not needed, and a dash indicates an infeasible assignment. So take note of that. To solve this problem, we have to make a linear programming model that allocates the students per area to the three schools. We have to observe school capacity constraints and grade consultants. So, to begin, we fill up the table using formulas for the total number of students assigned per school, and total busing cost. For the total, we use the sum of cells for school 1 to 3 for area 1. This formula applies up to area 6. For the total number of students assigned per school, we use the sum of columns cells per school. Lastly, for total busing cost, we use the sum product formula for the total number of students assigned per school and the busing cost per student. So next slide to show you solver. Yeah, ooh, I'm blocking it. Uh, hmm. Well, not completely. Thank God. Okay. So in solver, the set objective is the total busing cost set to minimization. The changing variable cells are from C17, sorry, 17 to E22, which is all the way down there. Oh yeah, there. Sorry, the blue. So there are 8 constraints, as seen here. A little blurry, but anyway. First is the total number of students per school less than or equal to the school capacity. C23, the semicolon, sorry, colon E23 is less than or equal to C25 colon E25. Second is grade constraint for sixth graders under 30% of total. So C31 colon E31 is greater than or equal to C34 colon E34. Third is the grade constraint for sixth graders under 36% of total. C32 colon E32, C35, sorry, less than or equal to C35 colon E35. Fourth and fifth constraint naman, they're similar to the second and third constraints, but for seventh graders. Same applies for the eighth grader constraint in solver. So the last constraint is the total number of students represented by an equal sign, as seen here. F17 colon F22 equal to hotel 17 dash hotel colon. Sorry, like using that kind of alphabet. So when finished, you click on solve, and this is what you get. Oh no, sorry, it's a little block there. Well, anyway, I might have to fix it a little later. But yeah, when click on solve and the cells shaded in blue and orange will be filled. Hold on, let me go read that. The total for the orange is sorry, the objective, the total busing cost is $555,000 and 555,000 and 50 $555 point 56 rounded off. Yeah.
In Part D, we are tasked to revise the model to fit Option 1, which is to eliminate busing for students traveling to 1 to 1.5 miles costing $200. So in this problem, we go to the table for cost per student and remove those that have values of $200. Once done, you can observe that we removed the $200 and we can perform solver. Once solver has been performed, we can observe how the total busing cost decreased significantly compared to Part A. In Part D, we are tasked to revise the model to fit Option 2, which is to eliminate busing for students traveling 1.5 miles to 2 miles, costing $300. So in this problem, we go to the cost per student and remove those that have a value of $300. Once done, we can perform solver again. And once we fill this up and once we perform it, observe how the total busing cost increased compared to Part A and Part D.
For Part F, since it's a summary of Part B to E, it's a combination of all the constraints, including the options 1 and 2. For a short recap, option 1 is to eliminate the busing cost for all students traveling from 1 to 1.5 miles, wherein the cost of the bus is 200 USD. On the other hand, option 2 would be to eliminate busing for students traveling 1.5 to 2 miles, where the cost per student would be 300 USD. So to solve this problem, ensure that the table for the cost per student excludes the values that have 200 and 300 USD. Make sure that it is zero, so that the total for the busing cost is a combination of options 1 and 2. The table shown below is the solution after the solver. As you can see, the total busing cost is shown to be 340,053.76 USD, which is the busing cost for options 1 and 2. Lastly, in Part G, we would recommend as a management science consultant that the school board should choose option 1, as it would result in the best minimization amount for the total busing cost. And as someone who knows how it feels like to walk 1.5 to 2 miles just to get to school, it is not convenient and quite annoying.